had the chance to meet with some lovely students this afternoon to talk about our nonprofit organization, One Student. And one of the reasons that this work is so incredibly important to Becca and I is because we had an experience in college that forever changed our lives. When I was a senior in college, I was raped by someone that I knew. I was so afraid to tell people because I was afraid how they would react. I was afraid that they would think I was a victim. I was afraid they wouldn't believe me. Becca was so good about I support you, I'm here for you, and really talking about things because I was on autopilot. Like, she was my voice of reason. She was my strength. You were my strength when I was weak. Sorry.
Woo!
I mean,
that's our
she
song,
was,
by the way. Not
she
everyone
was
knows
the,
that.
I know.
I met Kelly and Becca when they first came to our campus. They touched on a lot of things that I think some freshmen are like, we're not going to hear this kind of stuff, and they put it right out on the table.
Let's talk about the walk of shame. How many of you guys are familiar with that term? Okay, let me tell you why that sucks, okay? If we're going to associate consensual sex, which is presumably what we're talking about, with shame, how are we ever going to really enjoy the sex we choose to have?
I am one student.
I am one student.
Yo soy un estudiante.
Un asalto es demasiado. Un estudiante puede hacer una diferencia.
One sexual assault is too many, and one student can make a difference.
Just because I'm attracted to you does not mean I want to have sex with you.
Helping a mess, girl, you're making me crazy.
And it's quiet in the land where 1 in 5 college girls will survive an attempted sexual assault of some kind.
No matter who's with us or against us,
we will win this game. We are witnesses. We are survivors. We are
one student.
Kelly and I do not believe that sexual assault and sexual violence is a man against woman issue. That's so important because in so many environments like this, we're made to feel that it's us against them. And Kelly and I want to throw that out right away.
Saturday night, we went out to my favorite beach bar. There was an awesome band playing, drinks were flowing, we were dancing in the sand. It was one of those nights that you kind of look back and you just say, man, that was such an awesome time that night. Same nightmare almost every single night for a month. And I thought, I've got to get a hold on this. I've got to go to the health center and start getting some counseling to work through this. Maybe I should drop a class or figure something out. And then one morning, I woke up from the most real and frightening nightmare I've ever had still to this day. Something or someone was on top of me. I was completely trapped. I felt like I was paralyzed. Only this time, when I woke up, the dream felt like it was something that was so incredibly real. I could almost touch it. I could almost feel it. One of the reasons that this work is so incredibly important to Becca and I is because we had an experience in college that forever changed our lives. When I was a senior in college, I was raped by someone that I knew. Becca was so good about saying, okay, you get to choose, you get to decide, and whatever that is, I support you, I'm here for you, and laying out the options and really talking about things because I was on autopilot. Like, she was my voice of reason, she was my strength. You were my strength when I was weak. Sorry.
Woo!
No, I mean,
that's our
she
song,
was,
by the way. Not
she
everyone
was
knows
the,
that.
I know.
Explain what the premise is of your organization.
Well,
The reason that we started this and we founded this is I had such a difficult time from becoming a victim to the recovery process to becoming a survivor, and to be strong enough and confident enough to stand up and speak out. And so we got together and said, how can we make this better for other students so that they know that resources exist and they know what to do if this happens to them, and most importantly, how to prevent it.
Being sexually empowered has nothing to do with how much sex you choose to have. I promise you, some of our most sexually empowered people in the room today are choosing to abstain from sex. What it means is you know who you are, you know what you want, you know your values, and you're willing to rock them in any situation. However, if your friend, your sorority sister, your fraternity brother, your teammate, your dorm mate, whatever the case may be, makes different choices, you can still be there for them. And that is a truly sexually empowered member of this community.
What constitutes a woman as being promiscuous? And I'm sure your eyes are better than mine. Prom 1, the number of sexual partners. Prom 2, attire. Prom 3, how they speak about sex or sexual experiences. Prom 4, nothing, labels are ridiculous. Prom 5, other.
Interesting, the number of sexual partners.
How many would that be? 2, 3, 1, 10, 100?
If you had like 10 in a year, that's a little too much. But if you stretch it out a little bit.
Stretch it out.
So 10 in a lifetime. Okay, now are we talking about the real list or the pretend list? Because I hear we have two. You have the list that you share with your friends, and you have your list that you share with your potential partners. Right?
No matter what you identify on the spectrum, whoever you want to see naked or you want to, get down with, that's not your whole person. And if it is, then we need to deepen our character, do some meditation, find some depth within ourselves. But the thing is, we are brothers and sisters and mothers and children and daughters and all that good stuff, and that there's a lot more to people than who they want to have sex with.
Amen. Sing it, sister. I like it.
Ooh. That was a sermon brought to you by a Jewish girl from Florida. God bless America.
So how would you react if someone you care about came to you and confided in you and told you they were sexually assaulted? How would you react? Upset? Angry?
Kelly and Becca made a choice to speak out about their personal experience and share their core belief that one sexual assault is too many and one student can make a difference. Their initial goal was to create lasting social change on their campus. Today, after 10 years of starting conversations with students all over the country and working with hundreds of college campuses, they've created a movement. Kelly and Becca still believe that we all have the opportunity to address sexual violence, that one person can make a difference, and together we can shift the culture.